Hello everyone and welcome to another video of Android Wizardry, and today we are going to look into Android UI. So UI is one of the important aspects of Android development, and Android app is nothing without a UI. So we are going to start with basics. We are going to look at some of the layouts, we are going to see how the layouts works, and we are going to place some views in the layouts, and we are going to arrange the views in those layouts. So views and layouts, these are the building blocks of the user interface. A view is a component that is visible to the user like a button, a text field, or an image. Every element of the UI in an Android app is either a view or a view group, which holds other views. Layouts are a crucial aspect of designing user interface. A layout defines the structure of the UI in an app, determining how the views are arranged on the screen. Android provides several types of layouts, each offering different ways to position and manage views. So today we are going to look at linear layout, relative layout, and constraint layout, and how to position different views in these layouts. So first of all, linear layouts. As the name says, it arranges the views in a single row or column, either vertically or horizontally. It places views one after another in specified orientation. Let's see how to do it in our layout file. So here we are in our activity main layout file. This is the same application that we created last time. So what do we have here? We have a text view which says hello world. So what we are going to do is we are going to create a linear layout and we are going to position some views. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull in one more text view like right here. Then I will just pull one more button. We are going to place this here. If you select the design option from here, you see all the options are here. And you do not have to even look at the code. You can do all the things here. All the options are available. What I prefer is I prefer the code part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going, and now you see now we have two text views and two buttons. So first of all what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change this layout to linear layout. Now you see all these things are arranged in the order they are placed in the XML file. So what if I want to change few things? What if I want to place this button before this text view? A very simple way is I'm just going to cut it from here and I'm going to place it here. You see it changes the position as it is defined inside the code. So this is the horizontal. By default it is a horizontal, so we can just change the orientation to vertical, and now it is in the vertical manner. So this is how we arrange our views in a linear layout. Now let's move to relative layout. It allows views to be positioned relative to each other or to the parent layout. For example, you can position one view to the left of another view or align a view to the center of the parent. So how does this work? Let's get back to our Android Studio and see how we can position items in a relative layout. We are in the same file, and now I'm just going to replace this linear layout with relative layout. You see, as soon as I have changed it to relative layout, these are not in the position they were before. So now these are stacked on top of each other because we have not defined where to place them. We have just added them in our code. And by default in the relative layout, all the views are arranged in the top left corner if we are not specifying their position. So what we are going to do is we are going to make it look like how it was looking in the linear layout. We are going to make it look like same as the linear layout. So for that what I have to do, so let's say I want this layout below. So here we have to mention the ID. So here we have to add the ID for this. We are going to add ID for this. So just we are going to say text view 1. And this one we are going to make text view 2. Okay. So what we are going to do here, we are going to mention that you have to place this layout below text view 1. You see position of this button is changed. So if I'm going to just cut them out, you will see this button 1 is placed right below the hello world. So now we have to move this text below this button. We are going to do the same thing. Just going to copy paste this line and just rename it with this. You see, now the text view is below the button one, and we are going to do similar thing here as well. Now you see all the views are placed. This looks similar to how it was in the linear layout. So linear layout by default set them in this position because it is a linear layout, and as the name says, it will linearly align all the items automatically. But for the relative layout, we have to define the position in relative to other views or in relative to the parent. For example, I want to center this button in the center of the screen. So how am I going to do it? So for that, instead of using this, what I will do is layout center in parent. So I'm going to just make center in parent true. So now you see this is now in the center. Now I want this horizontally center. I want this button one horizontally at the center of the screen. So here we have another option, layout center horizontal. We're just going to make it true, and you see now this is in the center. Same thing is with the vertical, and if we apply both horizontal and vertical, it will just act as center in parent. But what if I want this text view in between these two buttons? So how am I going to do it? So one thing that I want with this view is to be in the center horizontally. So this we are going to put as it is. So I'm just going to copy paste this line. Now it is horizontally centered. Now this text view should always be above this button 2. So what we have to do is layout above is button 2, layout below is button. But you see text is still not in the center, perfectly not in the perfect center. We want it here. How do we do that? So if we want to bring the text in the middle, we have to do here gravity center. And now you see this looks like the text is in the middle. So we have used only few of the parameters of the relative layout in our views, but there are a lot of other parameters as well which we are going to use as we move forward with our series. So don't worry, because this video is just to get you started with the UI part. So I'm not going to make this video too long, and we are going to see constraint layout in our next video. If you have learned something from the video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and see you in the next video.